So there's that moment in your life when you know that you created something and it's amazing and there's no way possible you could do it any better. And that is how I feel about my build right now. So I've been working on this build case, however you want to call it, for a long time. And so up until about 2 weeks ago, I had an 8350 in here and just a single 7990 32 gigabytes of RAM, and it basically looked the same. But recently we've had this kind of influx of like all these really awesome but cheap Intel Xeon processors. So I went out and I sold everything I had. Talk about like pearl of great price, right? So I sold everything and I bought two Xeons. I bought a new board. I bought another AIO. And this is what I came up with. And all of that only cost me, after I sold my 8350 board, all of this only cost me, this upgrade, the motherboard, the CPUs, the new AIO, only cost me like $325. There was a few little knickknacks that I had to buy, but I really didn't have to buy anything. I'm using the same GPUs. I'm using the same 360 RAD. I'm using the same PSU, same hard drives, same cables, same case, all that stuff. So I got away. Basically, I mean, this is like robbery. And it's just an amazing computer. So yeah, these are two dual Xeon, Intel Xeon 2670s, E5s. And man, this computer is just sick. Like, I feel like this is the first real computer I've ever built. Like, I feel like I finally arrived when it comes to the PC game. Like, this is it. I mean, it's hard to get any better than this. And, so I'll just give you a little rundown. So it's 32 gigs of RAM, G-Skill. Only running in dual channel right now. Probably get some more RAM later, go to 64 gigs. I didn't want to do ECC because I wanted to keep using the same RAM. Two 7990s. Yeah, so if I tried to actually power those right now, full load, I would probably trip the breaker in my room and everything would just shut off. So yeah, so those are two Deep Cool Captain 360s. One on top is a 360, one on bottom is a 240. If you look closely, I probably shouldn't have said this, but I actually had to zip tie the AIO to that wall there. What can you say? You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing's perfect. You would think a big case like this would have a mounting point for a 240 millimeter radiator, but it didn't. So I had to get ghetto. Yeah, so EVGA 1300 G2 PSU. Maybe you can see that. There actually is some lighting in there, but my other lighting is kind of blowing it out right now. Maybe I'll turn it off so you can see real quick. Is my lighting on? I guess it's not on. Oh well. But yeah, there is some lighting in there. So yeah. So just SSD, hard drive. I've got a NAS, so I don't need a lot of hard drives in the machine right now. I've got 3 Blu-ray burners. I burn a lot of discs, so I need that. That's what the other side of the case looks like. But yeah, it's just an amazing machine. Yeah, this motherboard, it doesn't have a lot of frills. It didn't have a sound card, didn't have USB 3.0, so I had to buy an add-on card down there if you can see it. Actually, I like it a lot better than having the USB on the motherboard itself, because it makes it easier to plug stuff in. I may even buy another one. So that's a sound card. This board does not have a sound card. So that's a Creative X5 sound card. Yeah, that's actually cool too, because it's an in and an out, and you get a little bit better sound with that too. So yeah. What else? Another thing, this is the Asus. I can't remember the name of the board. Where's the... I think I've got the manual around here somewhere. Let me see. No. Oh, here it is, the manual. Awesome. So let's see. This is the Asus. No, not the Asus, but the ASROCK rack. EP2C602. Okay, so that's what that is. It supports the Xeon V2 and V1, Sandy Bridge and Ivy Bridge chips. Yeah, so those CPUs in there are the 2670s, 8 cores, 32 threads, beastly CPUs. Did I miss anything? One thing I really like about this board is that it has a ton of fan headers. So I had all these like splitters and combiners and all this kind of stuff to get all my fans. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and if you look up there, there's actually push pull up there. So a lot of fans. One at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 10, 11. Maybe one on. Oh yeah, the 12. Then there's one on the back of the case. So 13 fans, something like that. Yeah, that's a lot of fans. So having the fan headers on the fans really work great. They actually even control the pump on the CPU block, so that's really helpful as well. As you can see, at first they were flashing, they were doing the little glow thing. Now they're not because they're in idle. So as they ramp up, the more they flash. Okay, so yeah, that's how that works. And yeah, the dual 7990s, so that's 4 GPUs. Yeah, so this is it. I'm gonna stick with this platform for a very, very long time. Probably 2 or 3 years from now, I'll upgrade to the Ivy Bridge, and maybe go dual 12 core. Maybe we can get 3 gigahertz or something like that, or maybe I go 10 cores and do like 3.4 gigahertz or something like that. You know, give me a little bit better single core performance. But yeah, this is it, and I'm so happy right now. This is like the best computer build of all time. I'm just so stinking happy about it, and what can you say? So I'm actually going to show you some of my power output real quick. So let's look at this. My battery back up. Let's see here. So it's using 413 watts, 405 watts. That's pretty much idle. I've got my Geekbench scores up here. 32,000 almost. 2616 on the single core. So those are the 32-bit scores as well. So yeah, that's it. I mean, you know, what can you say? I mean, that's freaking amazing. You know, so that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Super happy. Leave some comments if you think there's some things that I can change or make better or whatever. No trolls, please. I will ban you from my channel. And yeah, that's it. That's the crazy build. That's the super build. Let me know if you like it. Leave a thumbs up, please. Subscribe. And until next time, peace out. Bye.